us with the implication of the amendment, I'll go straight to suggest that we amend clause 2 to read 2%. 2%, yes, sir.
Yes.
To read 2% for purposes of accountability. Part of what we have been talking about is the issues of accountability and then the issues of transparency. Allowing the central bank to advance 15% of the entire budget will not only erode our own powers as an assembly, but it will give a lot of latitude for discretion, which is not too good for us. And that's why I even think that we should reduce from the 5% that we presently have to 2%, which will make the government more accountable, more prudent in management.
The present act says 5%, which we passed in this house. And it is the entire National Assembly that passed it, both here and the Senate. What we are saying is that for the survival of the economy and for us to move on, we need to move away from where we are now, which was abused by the previous CBN, and that we need to move to 15%, which can be subject to amendment. You now want to downgrade again to 2%, which is already below the belt. That's what we are talking about. So the matter of transparency, of course, the committees have a responsibility to look at the books. It's not by bringing down the rate that will bring transparency. No, I don't think so. The chair, minority leader.
To my very good brother, the minority leader of this house, and the minimum threshold, Mr. Chairman, that I would have suggested, which can be well managed and oversighted, and of course that this House, National Assembly by extension, has absolute control through oversight and management, is if we can get to that 15%, Mr. Speaker, may I appeal to this Honorable House to see how well we can make do and manage with 10%. That will put even the managers of the economy on the side of caution, not for us to be thinking that since we have something to fall back on, we will not ginger efficiently and effectively our sources of revenue into the country, into the coffers of the Federation accounts. I would rather appeal that we step it from 15 to 10%, Mr. Speaker.
I want to lend my support to what my brother, Honorable Ishaka, is saying, and maybe referring to my colleagues to a clip wherein Senate were looking or taking an overview of what happened during the last and previous assembly. And I saw Ndumi visibly angry, saying, Senate President telling him, you are there, saying I wasn't there. You are there, I wasn't there. There meaning that we didn't do our work critically. And for us to be safe, MFLS matter have not been finished. We are not yet going to the conclusion of that. So to manage this economy and to have good accountability, it's better we stop at 10% rather than the 15%.
The Housing Committee of the Whole considered a report on a bill for an act to amend the Central Bank of Nigeria Act to increase the Central Bank of Nigeria's total advances to the federal government from 5% to 10%, and for related matters. Approve clause 1, clause 2 as
Carry! Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Carry! Point of order. Mr. Speaker, point of order. Carry! Mr. Speaker, point of order. Carry! Point of order. Carry! Carry! Carry!
We are moved and we are dropped the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Carry! Carry!
Why are they going to? Why do they want to go out? I don't know.
of today's sitting. I so move. I say second.